But let's keep it then with what's going on in the primary market, and Kalyan Jewellers IPO opens today. It's a price band of about 86 to 87. Let's find out a little bit more about the company's prospects as well as what the proceeds will be used toward. We've got Mr. K Ramesh. He's the Executive Director at Kalyan Jewellers India, now joining in. Thank you so much for taking time out. Let's begin by talking about the response that we've seen to your anchor book. Was that better than what you were expecting?
Yeah, for the anchor book, we have got good names. You would have seen GIC and Sundaram, HDFC. So there are a lot of good names in the anchor book, and we are happy that they are there on board. And now we are looking for a good IPO.
And the funds, I understand, are being used for debt reduction as well as an expansion of your stores. What are some of the key value propositions at Kalyan when it comes to the product as well as for the IPO, and what are your plans for the company long term?
Kalyan Jewellers is built on the core principles of trust and transparency. We have presence across 21 states in this country, and also we have presence in 4 countries in the Middle East. We are a very hyper-local brand. Hyper-local meaning we cater to the taste and preferences of every region where we are present. It is not that we take our own products and try to sell that. And we deal with contract manufacturers across 13 procurement centers, which is in the manufacturing hubs in the country. And also we have a unique marketing tool called My Kalyan. So My Kalyan is a hub and spoke kind of model wherein the mini stores where the inventory is not there, the marketing staffs and manager manage the stores. It is located in the rural and semi-urban parts of our country, and they divert customers from the rural sector to Kalyan Jewellers. So that is a unique marketing tool which Kalyan Jewellers has. And Kalyan Jewellers is one of the most trusted hyperlocal jeweler in this country, and it is also one of the largest jewelry companies as per the Technopact.
Okay, now over the past few years, the company's financial performance and growth has been strong. What can we expect now? Will it remain flattish? Do you see a plateau?
Yeah, so if you look at 3 years, we had a revenue drop in 1 year, 2019. So that happened because of 2 major reasons. One was floods affected in the southern parts of the country where we have a good revenue share. And second thing is that we changed the strategy in our My Kalyan network, wherein we tried to make it a revenue by itself by keeping some staple low ticket size products, which actually did not work well as expected. And My Kalyan revenue, which was flowing to Kalyan Jewellers, also did not happen. And these are the 2 major reasons for a revenue dip in 2019. But after that, if you see, we grew by 6% again, even without a full March month revenue due to COVID. And if you look at our Q3 now, it is better than the pre-COVID levels, and we don't see anything which can go wrong. We think that it will be way forward, the things will be like that.
Okay, fair enough. And you have mentioned Q3 being better than pre-COVID as well. Tell us a little bit more about the demand picture and how you see growth shaping up now.
Q3 was better than pre-COVID levels, and we saw customers coming back at before, and we don't see anything which can kind of go wrong in the future, and we think that the trend is going to continue.
Right. So at present, the organized retail market is around 30% of the jewelry industry, of which you have about a 6% market share. How is it that you plan to improve and expand the market share?
Yeah, so we see a shift from unorganized to organized, especially post-COVID, because of 2 reasons. One is that there was already an organized shift which was happening, and it was accelerating year by year. Second thing is that now people don't want to go to crowded streets or small shops wherein they want to come to standalone stores like Kalyan, where there's a basic hygiene and there's an automatic social distancing which is followed. and that momentum has gained now, which I think again the stickiness in this industry is very high. Wherein if a customer comes to the brand, they spend 3-4 hours with the brand. They also get the rapport with the brand, and usually the stickiness is very high in this industry. And the customers which we have gained because of this are going to stay with us, and that is a very good thing for the brand.
Sure. So at present, by about 50% of your stores are in South India, which generates about 52% of your total revenues. What are your expansion plans for other regions?
No, so already Kalyan Jewellers is spread across 21 states in this country. We have a good presence in almost all the big states in the country and also the metros. And South, of course, we started our journey from here. We started our expansion from South India. So number of stores are more in South India when compared to non-South regions. But the presence is established pan-India now. Almost all the big states we have good presence. And now, way forward, it will be just to kind of utilize what we have done till today. We have created an excellent brand. We have created the purchase ecosystem. We have created the customer base. We have the My Kalyan centers. So it will be just capitalizing what we have done till today, and that is what we see as the future for Kalyan.
Okay, Mr. Ramesh, great to have you on the show today. Thank you so much for taking the time out and speaking with us.